Hello, could your anxiety be caused by overthinking? Whether this is anxiety about driving, flying, it doesn't matter, whatever kind it is. I'm going to explain in this video how overthinking, procrastination and things like that are one of the most common causes of this problem. Now, I have made another video, which I'll link to on the screen here now, which talks about common causes and some of the misconceptions about those. But for this video, let's talk specifically about overthinking. I've been working as an online therapist helping people to overcome the fear of driving for 5 years, and I can't believe the time's gone that quickly. But in the 5 years, I've worked with hundreds of people all over the world, and something that comes up time and time again is that it's obvious they are overthinking. Now, this often isn't something you'll realise yourself, because people who overthink don't realise they're doing it. But one of the key things that you can tell this from is that people talk too much. Now, I know a lot about this because I am an overthinker, and it was brought to my attention that sometimes in my videos I can talk and talk and talk and talk and not always get to the point. And it really made me think, because when someone said that to me, I thought, talking rubbish. I always get to the point. I always just get straight to the point and tell people what they want to know. But when I watched my videos back, I could see I didn't do that. And when I started thinking about other things in my life, like for example, when I had to choose a new car, it would take me months to think about what make, what model, what colour. Will I have blue? Or no, red, no, silver, no, red. Or will I get the one with that or the one with that? Or do I need this? What if I don't do that? I used to overthink it all, and I got rid of that problem, and let me tell you, it changed my life immensely. There was one point where I needed a new car, and I just thought, you know what, I'm just going to get that one. And it was beautiful to just get a car without this anchor and this weight of overthinking and what about this, what about this, what about that, will I do that? No, you see, this is your problem if you've got anxiety, maybe. It's never the same for everyone, but overthinking is very often the reason for it, because you see, it's what we call analysis paralysis. You're analysing everything in so much detail that you're just paralysing yourself. Like, let's say I've got the day off, what shall I do? Or I could go for a walk. Oh no, if I go for a walk it might rain. I'll go to the shops, or if I go to the shops I might spend money, I don't want to spend money. I'll go out in the car, but what if it's busy? You're over-analysing everything. Right, I'm going to tell you something now which is one of the big secrets of therapy and fixing your problem. And while you might listen to this and just sort of cast it off and say, oh no, dismiss it, I don't think that's true, I'm telling you now, what I'm about to say is one of the best things you can do without even having to take therapy. Get on with it. Stop thinking about everything and just do it. Get on with it. And you'll find that often the anxiety doesn't happen. Now, that's a very simple thing to say. It isn't that easy just to fix it. But this is the point. People who overthink everything just paralyse themselves with fear. What if this? What if that? What if that? What if this? What if that? But what if? But what if? But what if? But what if? What if? Stop it. Stop paralysing yourself with all these thoughts of what if, what if. I've known therapists, because I'm in a group. Well, I was in a group, that's a story in itself. I was in a group of therapists, and you wouldn't believe how many therapists came to me because I had the problem of making YouTube videos. And they used to say, but what if my hair doesn't look right in the video? What if people laugh at my voice or my accent? What if they don't like my clothes? Do I care? Do I ever think, oh, I can't make a video because my hair doesn't look good? Do I care if I cough or sneeze? I don't care. You've seen me in videos being car crashes, being assaulted on the road by road rage people. Do I care? I just don't care. There is a massive thing to be said, a massive case to be made for just not caring. Now, you might be thinking, oh, well, how do I stop caring about my driving? That isn't the problem, because as I always say, driving anxiety has nothing to do with driving. Any kind of anxiety is not the problem. Again, me coughing, I'm not going to edit that out. Because some people think, oh, what if people laugh at me? What if they ask me why I'm coughing? What if people make fun of me? Ooh, who cares? Stop caring. Stop overanalyzing everything and thinking about this and that and that and that. It isn't the driving that's the problem. You're overanalyzing other things in your life from the past, from the present, and it shows up when you drive. Why? Who cares why? People get lost in why, but why does it work? But why does it? But why does it? But why? But why? Who cares? For whatever reason, it comes out when you drive. That's just the way you've chosen for the problem to come out. And people say, but I haven't chosen it. Well, if you haven't chosen it, who has? Oh, yeah, it must be me. You're overthinking everything. And the number of times I've done calls with people and I can ask them a simple question, like I asked them, did you go out driving? Blah 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 blah. Stop it. Just stop overthinking everything. How do you do it? Just stop it. Get on with it. Right? If you're thinking of doing something, do it. Who cares if it goes wrong? There is a great saying, imperfect action beats perfect inaction. It's better to do anything and get it wrong than sit worrying, analysing everything, working out all the different things that could happen. Just stop it. So before I run the risk of going on for too long myself, let me give you this example from the film I spoke about. You've probably heard of Robocop. Now, if you don't know, brief background, Robocop is the story of a police officer who gets shot and killed, and he gets turned into this robotic cop, Robocop, this sort of almost invincible, indestructible robot. Now, he's programmed with 3 directives: serve the public trust, uphold the innocent, uphold the law, and protect the innocent. Is it the wrong way around? Again, I'm talking about not being perfect. So, his 3 directives are serve the public trust, protect the innocent, uphold the law. See, I'm not going to go and edit it and I got it wrong, or people might laugh at me. Ooh, who cares? Your anxiety's gone when you stop caring about these things. You know, trolls and people who leave nasty comments, they're just insecure people. What they say about you is what they are saying about themselves. They don't like themselves, they're insecure. I haven't got that. Just cast it away. I don't care. So anyway, back to the story, let's keep on track. Robocop is this machine, was a human, gets turned into a machine, cyborg, whatever you want to call it, and he has 3 programmed directives. See if I can get it right. Serve the public trust, protect the innocent, uphold the law. So he's only got these 3 things, and any time he wants to do something in his life, it has to match one of these 3 things. Does it do that? Yep, do it. Does it do this? Nope, don't do it. In Robocop 2, or is it 3? I think it's in Robocop 2, pretty certain it's 2. He gets stolen or kidnapped, however you want to phrase it, by criminals, and they reprogram him, or is it, I can't remember if it's criminals or someone reprograms him, and instead of having 3 directives, he has this huge list of hundreds of directives, and it's something funny like, you know, be nice to older people, always drive properly, and his head is filled, so his head is filled with all these directives of things he's got to do, and it drives him mad, because every time he goes to do something, something else contradicts it. So he's like, you've got to drive properly, but you've got to stick to the speed limit, but you've got to chase the criminals, but you've got to stick to the speed limit, but you've got to chase the criminals. And he's going back and forth, and he's overanalyzing everything. His whole mind is messed up because all these directives of all these ideologists have put into his head about, you must do this, but don't do this, but don't do this, but you must do this, but don't do this. And he's so confused. He's like this. He can't move. And he's doing all these weird things. And he goes up to kids in the street and he's telling them to not swear, but then that contradicts something else. And he's driving himself mad with all of these directives. So what he does is, and I'll put a link to this clip, he walks up to a power station and he just puts his hands into a power station and fries himself. And frying his brain frees him of all these directives and all these inputs, and he's just not overthinking anymore, and he's free to do what he wants to do. Now, don't go and plug yourself into the mains. I'm not saying go and grab hold of a power station. He was a robot, so that's what worked for him. You don't have to go and do that to get rid of your anxiety, but in a human way, in therapy, we would find out how you, metaphorically, plug yourself into the mains and stop all this rubbish. Stop worrying about what people think. Like in this video, I've coughed, I've spluttered, I've been sneezing, whatever I've been doing. I don't care. The chances are, if you've got anxiety, you would care about that. You might watch videos and think, how can these people be so brave? How can they make videos? How can they not be perfect and still put themselves online? Because I just don't care. When I drive, I just don't care. And it's not that I don't care. I do care. Of course, I don't want to go and be dangerous, but I don't care about the things that don't matter. I focus on the things that do. If you've got anxiety, many times it's because you're just overthinking everything. What if I do this? What if I do this? What if I do this? What if I do that? What if this happens? What if this happens? Ooh, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Ooh. Stop it. Just get on with it. Stop overthinking everything. When I go driving, I'm just thinking, what am I going to have to eat tonight? What am I doing tomorrow? I'm not overthinking. And I'm not a hypocrite because I've done it in other areas of my life. And there are things I could talk about where I've overthought things. And to other people, it will be hilarious. If I tell you one of my biggest problems in my life is, you'd laugh and you think, well, that's stupid because I'm overthinking that. In the same way you're overthinking other things. It doesn't have to be driving, but if you overthink other things in your life, it comes out when you drive. Or it may be you're overthinking the driving itself. So check out these other videos of mine on the screen now for more help. And if you'd like to work with me one-to-one online from anywhere in the world, contact me through my website, firstdrive.com. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you again soon for more videos.